How's it going, YouTube? Banshee Rider here. Got a new Rustler VXL with TSM. This is not my first Traxxas truck. I used to have a Slash. I owned it for probably a couple months, and then I sold it, and then I got into airplanes. But just recently, decided to get back into RC trucks. So I read a lot of good reviews, saw some cool videos on the Traxxas Rustler. This is the latest model. It does have the TSM gyro technology. Overall, my first impressions are really good. I've already done just a couple minor upgrades to it, and this video series is going to be about upgrading to a Lipo battery. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like now, and then what it's going to look like later on after I do the Lipo battery modification. So first thing that I did was I installed a wheelie bar. I quickly found out that this is really not needed with the stock nickel metal hydride battery, but I installed it anyways. I also put an RPM front bumper on here. That was one of the first things I've done to this truck. So I'll go ahead and take off the body here. And you can see that I also installed the Esc Fan. Got that on Amazon, along with the shock caps. I installed blue aluminum shock caps. I just got rid of the plastic ones. I read that the plastic ones give you a lot of trouble. Eventually they leak oil, they break, or whatever. So I just went ahead and replaced those immediately. I didn't want to have to mess with it. I'm also going to cut these connectors off the ESC here, the Traxxas connectors. I'll probably install Deans. These are the stock wheels on there. I will be putting on the street tires that I got here. Traxxas 377.3 Alpha. These are the Anaconda tires. Got some good reviews on these. It should be good for the road. I also got some Proline trenchers. Just kind of all-terrain tire for the front and for the back right here. These are the batteries that I got so far. I initially thought that these Nanotech 5000 mAh batteries were going to fit, but I was wrong. So I'll just show you real quick. Tried to slide this in, and it looks like I got a good, at least half an inch overlap there. The battery is a good half an inch too long for the stock battery bay. So what I'm going to have to do is take off the ESC, and there's a wall right here on the back of the chassis that I'm going to have to cut out, and then this battery should be able to slide right in. I might add some foam or whatever in there just to keep the battery snug once it's in there. But these are the batteries that I decided to go with, the Eternity Nanotech 35 to 70C discharge from Hobby King, 5000 mAh. 3-cell batteries. This is the stock Traxxas nickel metal hydride battery. I will do a video before and after, so I'll do a video with this battery installed and see what kind of top speeds I can get out of this battery. I think it's around 40-45 miles an hour. I just got a GPS tracker, so I'll also be putting that on here just to get an accurate reading of exactly how fast that this truck is going to go and how fast it's going to go after the Lipo battery upgrade. But you can see that these batteries fit perfectly right in there. So I'm going to have to do some cutting of the chassis with my Dremel in order to get these LiPo batteries to fit. There was one review on the Hobby King website that a guy was saying that he uses this battery on his Traxxas without any modifications. So that's the reason why I bought this battery. I'm not sure which Traxxas Rustler he has, but these sure do not fit without any modifications. So I was pretty bummed out about that. You know, I could have gone with the 4000 mAh and not worried about it, but I thought the 5000 was going to be perfect according to that one review, but I was wrong. So I don't feel like returning these because they're about, you know, almost $100 for the both of them, and I don't want to have to pay for shipping to return them and get a different battery and wait another 2 weeks to get it and whatever, or another week. So I'll just go ahead and make the modification. Alright guys, I'll go ahead, I'll do the modification, and then actually what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do speed runs with the stock battery. I'll try to get that on video. Alright guys, I'm back with my Traxxas Rustler VXL with TSM. Went ahead and did the modifications I was talking about earlier. Basically what I did, it didn't turn out as pretty as I wanted it to, but I got the job done, and I actually have another chassis coming that's going to that I'm going to work on and make it look a little prettier, and then eventually when this chassis gets bad, it would already be modified for LiPo batteries, and I'm going to make it look all nice and pretty and everything. So, but for now, this will work. So what I did, well, I'll just go over again real quick what I've done so far. This is basically a brand new Rustler. I got maybe 1 or 2 batteries run through it. It's a little wet right now because I was testing out the LiPo battery just so I could get a feel of it versus the nickel metal hydride. So basically what I've done so far is shock caps right here, a fan for the ESC. I got some Anaconda road tires here, which are proven to be not very useful because it's been raining here for a few days straight, so the roads are a little bit wet, as you can see. But we should get a good sense of the difference between a nickel metal hydride battery versus a LiPo battery. I don't know if you can see that, but there used to be a wall right here. I went ahead and cut that out with a Dremel. And I tried to sand it out as much as I could, but the plastic started melting on me. So it looks like crap. It does. But you know, I'm not too worried about it. If the chassis breaks, then I'll just put a new one on. They're only about 15 bucks. So so I cut that wall out, and I was going to put a piece of foam in there, but I have yet to find a piece of foam. But right now, this is what it looks like with the nickel metal hydride. So it's a little loose in there because I cut that wall out. And here is the stock battery that came with the Rustler 3000 mAh nickel metal. And these are the LiPo batteries that I'm running, 5000. And yeah, so it's a really tight snug with these LiPo batteries in there. Got a little damage to the outer casing of the battery just from sliding it in and out, but I think it's going to work its way in. And yeah, so this is my Garmin 301, Garmin Forerunner 301. It's going to tell me how fast I'm going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple speed runs with the nickel metal hydride right here on the road, and show you what this says. And I've already tried it with the LiPo, and I'll just tell you right now, I haven't been able to get to full speeds on the LiPo, not in this area. So I'm gonna have to go somewhere else to where I'm not afraid to crash into any cars or whatever, just to get the full effect. But I'll give you an idea. It'll give you an idea of what the difference is between the stock battery and a LiPo battery. Also, I'm going to have to find a better way to mount this GPS here, so we'll do that later. Alright, so let's put this in here. Make sure my transmitter is on. Let's plug this in. Oh, the other thing I did is I replaced the Traxxas connectors with Dean's. And I'm wearing my camera on my hat right now, so I'm hoping that you can see everything. Alright. Okay. Everything's kind of slippery right now because it's wet out here. It's a good thing these trucks are water resistant. Not totally waterproof, but water resistant. It keeps slipping out of my hands here. There we go. All right. Let's do this. I can already feel the difference between the batteries, man. So let's go down here. Hopefully you can see that. Full throttle. So that was full throttle. Major difference, man. Wow. Any cars coming? No? Alright. Woo! Oh, something happened. What's going on here? It's not responding to anything. Huh. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry for that little interruption there. For some reason it wasn't responding to my throttle or steering when I brought it back here. Once I opened up the hood, it looked like it went into failsafe. I'm not sure. Somehow it lost connection. Maybe because it's a little wet in there. I'm not sure. Everything's good now though, so let's get this going. I actually forgot to start the GPS doing those runs, so we'll do that again. Let's see here. Mode. Max speed. Start. Alright. Let's try this again. The battery still should be somewhat fully charged. I only did a couple runs there, so we should still be good. Alright. Okay, let's try this again. Sure no cars are coming? Alright. That was a good run. Let's see here. Alright, so there's a good few runs. Let's check it out. So this is totally stock battery. See what it says. Max speed 37. Pretty good stock. Yep, 37. Hopefully you guys can see that. Alright, so let's reset this. Whoops. Done. Okay. Now, for the Lipo upgrade, let's see the difference here. Alright, switch these down. There. Turn my transmitter off real quick. I also cut a little notch. I'm not sure if you can see that right here on the side for the wires to go through. Okay, stick this back in there. There we go. Okay, that's all secure. It's nice and snug. Let's plug it in. First, turn this back on. Okay, there we go. Let's get this back on. Yeah, so like I said before, I can't even get the full throttle on this thing with the Lipo battery, but it should just give you a good idea of what the difference in the two batteries are as far as performance and speed. Turn that on. So one thing you always want to remember is your low voltage cutoff when you're using Lipo. So by default it's turned off. You can see that it's red. You want to make sure that's green when you're using a Lipo battery. So what you do is you hold this button down for about 10 seconds and then you'll hear a tone to let you know it's in LVC has been activated. There you go. So now it's green for Lipo. Just remember that. And it even tells you right here on the sticker. Okay. Start the GPS. Alright. Let's get this back on here. Feel myself getting a little nervous. Partially because it's still a brand new truck, you know, and I don't want to destroy anything, and or even worse, crash into a parked car here and just total my brand new RC truck. But that's the risk you take when you're doing these runs, especially when you have limited options of where you can go. Okay. Alright, I'll just go slowly down here. Hopefully you all can see that. Alright. Any cars coming? No? Whew. Alright. Not even sure how fast. That wasn't even full throttle. Alright, any cars? Let's see. No. There's somebody crossing the road down there, though. Jesus Christ. Okay. Man, even at half throttle, as soon as you goose it, it just wants to do a wheelie on you. Jeez. It doesn't help that these roads are slick. Here we go. That was maybe half throttle there, maybe. Alright, let me do one more coming from the opposite direction here. I want to get a nice, good, long run in here. Let's see here. Stupid dog. Whew. Alright, so let's bring it in. Just give you an idea the difference between the two batteries here. Any guesses, anybody? Any guesses? I would say 55 maybe. And that was only at half throttle. Let's see. Ooh, 48. So there it is, 48. Well, that was only at half throttle and it was pulling wheelies, so obviously I think this could probably go 70 plus if I lower that wheelie bar all the way down and get it up on a nice open road and just hammer it. So that's about all I can do here in this area. I might do some more speed runs in the future as soon as I can find a good spot to do them in. So thanks guys.